What is up, everyone? I am the Comic Outlaw, back again. You know that I travel from place to place doing this and that. I get busy from time to time. But I did come through with something a little special for everyone out there. So, let's drop this down. As you can tell, I do have a lot of DC stuff if you look through these figures back here. And I just been collecting Marvel. Actually, the shelf knocked down over here is my X-Men, which I'll probably be making a video going through and kind of showing you guys one by one before I reset the shelf. And I've been going back and forth, place to place, and I've been finding a lot of X-Men swag lately. Some of the good stuff. Your boy likes the good stuff. And I found one of the cream of the crop. Actually, you might call him an OG X-Men. Back in the day, one of the original OG, Hank McCoy, aka the Beast. Yes, sir. And of course, he's been in the movies. Kelsey Grammer played him. There's a kid named Nicholas Hoyt, something like that. He played him in X-Men First Class. I think they both did a fair job in playing him. Myself, it could have been a lot worse. Grammer's a great actor. The kid actually pulled through too. He did a pretty good job for what he had to work with. And Beast actually didn't start out looking like this. Beast started out actually looking more ape-like, but human. Big feet, big hands. Ape. Just the best way to describe it. Hairless ape, but it was very smart and very eloquent. He's the world's best biogeneticist. He has masters in various sciences. He knows philosophy, art, literature. Stan Lee said that he wanted Beast, since he looked the most fearsome, to be the most eloquent. They can speak with these big words, and he loves using these long sentences and quotes, and basically just never shuts up. We all know somebody like that. That just doesn't shut up. But you know where it's at. I just got back from the mission, so not wearing my ring because it doesn't work in other places. But I guess we can throw it on for old time's sake, since we're on the air and we're about to open up something grand. There's so many rings to choose from. You go from place to place, you do tend to collect a few different items. I could feel the fear coursing through my veins. And yes, and Beast is actually a more complex character than you would think. He is real eloquent, has biting sarcasm, but there's a humanity in him. In the animated series that came out in the 90s, there was one, I think it was Beauty and the Beast, where this blind girl, he kind of develops this technology that helps her see. But she's blind, she falls in love with him. And she knows that he's a mutant, but he doesn't know that she knows that he's a mutant. I think I got that right. He didn't suspect. Yeah, well, anyways. Ooh, man. What ends up happening is the Friends of Humanity kidnap her, and Beast goes on this absolute tirade, like Wolverine style, just whooping ass to get her back. And Wolverine is actually the one that comes up with a plan, and Jubilee says this funny thing like, "Oh my God, Wolverine's using his head, and Beast is going all berserk. What's coming? The world must be coming to an end." Great episode. The X-Men the animated series is a wonderful series. Now Hank would change. Actually, he was black furred when he first came out, like a black grayish, and then it turned into a blue. And then later on, I think during the Grant Morrison era, his face got more cat-like and animalistic. But this is the classic Beast, I guess, from the cartoons. Beast has also had a history. He's been with the Defenders, the Avengers. He's actually a very public hero. He's a mutant that's been more in the public eye. He's an activist for mutant rights. He's done a lot of good stuff. He's well known, well connected. When Professor X died or disappeared or became one with the Force, he does that a lot. Beast took over in the Illuminati, for example. Beast has had one of those roles where he's kind of had to do some bad things in order to be a diplomat in a lot of ways, but a very fascinating character. Beast is always one of those characters that has a deep reservoir. I mean, I love that he's intelligent and he's compassionate, but sometimes you have to put those traits away in order to save your whole kind, because a king has to both know when to, or not so much a king but a ruler, and that's what he is. You know, like a representative of mutant kind. You know when you have to be harsh and when you have to do things behind the scenes and negotiate, because not everything is ran perfect. It's not all crimson and clover, as it's said. And of course, there's a dark beast from the Age of Apocalypse. Pretty cool. We'll go into him in another time. But McCoy even became human at one point. I covered that in X Factor, which I should be covering more soon. That he lost his blue fur, came back, and then he became more human, then became blue again. Like I said, his transformations are crazy. Um, Very cool. He became like a super beast in one of the animated cartoons by Apocalypse. It's definitely worth checking out his history. He's very poetic, and if you want biting quips, he's just a great person to have on the team. Just an all-around great character. Like I said, he's been in the anime series. He's made different appearances. Most notably, he has a friendship with Wonder Man. Kind of an unknown character now. Like, Beast has different friends and contacts with different people. In the 70s, they actually put him as a foil for Moondragon. I think around 72. Because he got his appearance in 63. And this was another creation by Stan Lee and Kirby, of course. The King Kirby, I might add. But yes, this is the Bill Legend set, and I'll let you guys check out the box. Comes with it comes with a Caliban. Check it out. Well, boom, right there. Get a nice view of it. You know, bounce, chicka, bam, bam. Yes, sir. And of course, I got my key to the city. I'm gonna pop this sucker open and see where we go from here. Now, this is one I've been wanting for my collection for a while. I've been wanting a Beast. They made a Beast toy in the original animated series set that came out in the 90s. Of course, they made everything back then. They made a few here and there, but this one is just absolutely great. Let's see how it pops out. Gotta look for the stupid twist ties. Watching my show, you know they're the bane of my existence. Well, next to like the Cybermen and Ultron forming an alliance, that sucked. That really sucked to deal with. I was in galactic prison for like 2 weeks. Ooh, that's another adventure that I'm gonna have to talk about. You see, there's the head. Caliban, he's a mutant that hunts other mutants. I'll put that right there. And we'll see if he just pops right out. Ooh. Sweet. Yes. I like it when it happens like that. Alright. I'll put him right here for a minute so we pop out the hands. Now this is nice. This is really nice. Alright. Check it out. This is really cool. Definitely the Beast that I know and love and remember. Very detailed. Very awesome. Looks very standable. Posable. There's 2 different hands, another fist. And of course, with his hand open. Figures well articulated too. A lot of different ways you can pose him, have him hang, move around, do a flip. Very, very posable. Like this hand goes here, and of course he has a fist right here. This is gonna look great in my collection. Um, he was also notable in X Men Evolution, which I really like too. And all around, in Beast in every incarnation is just great, wonderful. He's had solo comics. He's been in the Avengers. He's been in the Defenders. He's widely known. I suggest picking something up and just reading about Beast. It's a joy to read. Avengers in the 70s, you know, when he was more of a comic foil, very cool. 80s, stuff like that. The run in X Factor, X Men 91, all the way through, of course. X Men Apocalypse. I highly recommend getting this figure. I highly recommend checking out Beast, one of my personal favorites. And we're dropping a little X Men knowledge on you. And as always, this is the Comic Outlaw. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Laters.